Hey guys, welcome to Chapel Week 7. So we've got great stuff coming up. So first of all, we got chapel bands singing us a song.
So good, all the time.
Yeah,
Love it.
listen to that.
Yeah. People come together, strangers, neighbors, our blood is one. Children of generations and every nation of kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up high, don't fear no evil. And fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where help comes from.
Thanks, Chapel Band. That was great. Always good to hear something.
Yeah.
Always good to hear something like that. It's great. Now we've got Georgie coming to speak. Georgie Valentine Smith. I know you're going to love it.
Hi guys, and welcome to Chapel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Georgie, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about not giving up. And for my first topic, I'm going to talk to you guys about Simon Peter, who was one of the original disciples of Jesus, and he was known for his boldness. And an example of Peter, where he went through something where he feared God and he got back up, was when he walked on water with him. So the first topic is do not fear, and I'm going to read this Bible verse for you. It's Matthew 14:22 to 33, and it says, "Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into a boat and go on ahead of him to the other side, whilst he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up on the mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night he was there alone, and the boat was already a considerable distance from the land, buffed by the waves because the wind was against it. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. 'It's a ghost,' they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, 'Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid.' 'Lord, if it is you,' Peter replied, 'tell me to come to you on the water.' 'Come,' he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began to sink and cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. 'You of little faith,' he said, 'why did you doubt?' And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshipped him, saying, 'Truly you are the Son of God.'" And for me, this just relates to everyday circumstances, because if we're in Peter's position, we probably would have hesitated as well. But sometimes it's really important to take that extra step, just like he did in your faith. And wherever Jesus will take us, he will take us in that next step. And he didn't let him fall. He didn't let Peter fall, but he held him up with his righteous hand. And that just relates to this Bible quote, saying where it says, Isaiah 41:10, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand," which is exactly what God will do for us. And the second point, I just wanted to talk about not worrying. So I'm going to read Luke 8:43 to 48. So this is, "And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. 'Who touched me?' asked Jesus. When they all denied it, Peter said, 'Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you.' But Jesus said, 'Someone touched me. I know the power has gone out from me.' Then the woman, seeing that she could not go unnoticed, came trembling at his feet. In the presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, 'Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace.'" And the reason why I chose this story from the Bible was because the lady wasn't afraid when she went up and touched Jesus. She didn't worry about the crowds of people that were there, and she didn't worry about what they thought of her, because she knew that Jesus could heal her. And I think far too often we worry about Jesus, and we worry about what people will think of us if we're Christians, or we'll worry about what God will think of us if we're too far gone with the sins that we've committed. But personally, I think if we reach out to God and we touch his cloak, he'll be there for us as well, just like he was there for that lady, and he'll heal us, and he won't turn away from us because he loves us so much. And lastly, I just wanted to talk to you guys about someone who wasn't actually in the Bible, but a motivational speaker, and his name's Inky Johnson. And in 2006, his life completely changed on one night when he was playing in his football final. And he was a college player, and he was getting ready. There were people there who were assessing him for his future and to see how good he was to get into the next stage of his life in his college career. And he was going on to pursue greater things in football. But then on one of his final touches that he was going down through, he ended up paralysing his arm for the rest of his life, and he could never play football again. And he was going to do greater things in football, but God had a better career for him, and God said no to him. And I think when something doesn't go our way, we usually give up. But I think we should try and be a bit more like Inky Johnson, because he pursued a career in motivational speaking and became one of the greatest speakers And he didn't give up just because he couldn't do what he loved, but he knew that God had greater plans for him. And in a time like now, I think it's really easy to give up, especially with everything that's going on and the coronavirus, and life is just pretty hard at the moment. But I think if we just trust in God and pursue his presence and keep doing what he wants us to do, then we will be strong and we'll keep going. And he has greater plans for us in another direction, even if it's not exactly what you think it is. So yeah. I just hope you guys will have a wonderful day, and now we're going to hand it over to the MC to just pray and finalise us up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Georgie. That was really good. I think we can all get something from that. So we go out through today, we can think about that. So Jack's just going to finish off by giving us a prayer.
If you just bow your head and close your eyes. Lord, dear Father God, I just pray that you'd be with everyone today, God, as we go through another week, that you would be with them, would you be in their work, God, and that we would be able to persevere through you, God. And in Jesus' name, amen.